In the movie The Matrix, Morpheus tells Neo something unforgettable. He says that if you take the blue pill, you can stay inside the fake world called the Matrix. A world carefully designed by the machines to keep people blind and under control. But if you take the red pill, you'll wake up from this illusion and discover the harsh but genuine reality that lies beyond the simulation. It's a choice between comfortable ignorance and painful truth. But in the reality we live in, there is no Morpheus to wake us up. There is no red pill that will reveal whether our world is real or just another elaborate illusion. We live our lives assuming that what we see and touch is real. But how can we be so sure? Back in 1950, the British philosopher Bertrand Russell, who won the Nobel Prize in Literature, was one of the most influential thinkers of his era. He left behind groundbreaking ideas in logic, mathematics, philosophy, and social thought. In 1921, through his book, The Analysis of Mind, Russell introduced a thought experiment so radical that it still challenges our sense of reality today. He asked us to imagine this. What if the entire world was created just 5 minutes ago? This shocking idea is known as the 5-minute hypothesis. At first, it sounds like nonsense, something absurd and unscientific. But what's truly unsettling is that this idea can't actually be disproven. Think about it. Russell argued that the memories we carry, our childhood, our life stories, the faces of our loved ones, could all have been fabricated just 5 minutes ago. Even the physical evidence around us, old photographs, fossil records, history books, could all have been created at the same moment as our false memories. Logically, there's no contradiction here. Events at different times don't have to be connected in any necessary way. So no matter what happens today or tomorrow, there is no event that can prove the world didn't begin 5 minutes ago. According to Russell, the memories we hold so dearly could be nothing more than illusions, implanted in our minds by some unknown force or mechanism. Even if you clearly remember what you ate for breakfast this morning, how can you be certain you weren't simply created moments ago with that memory already inside your brain? And if this idea bothers you, it gets even stranger. The 5-minute hypothesis still works if you change the time frame to 1 minute, or even just 1 second ago. The unsettling truth is that unless we can physically travel to the past, our memories are all we have. And they could all be false. And even if time travel were possible, who's to say that experience itself wouldn't be manipulated too? This leads us to an even more mind-bending question. In the 20th century, the American philosopher Hilary Putnam, who taught at prestigious universities like Princeton, MIT, and Harvard, proposed another disturbing thought experiment: the brain in a vat. This idea builds on the ancient philosophical concept of solipsism, the belief that only the self truly exists, and everything else is just a projection created by our senses. The brain in a vat takes this further. Imagine that your body doesn't exist at all. Only your brain does, floating in a container of life-supporting fluid, connected by wires to a supercomputer. This computer sends perfectly crafted electrical signals to your brain, simulating every sensation you think is real. Everything you see, hear, smell, and feel is nothing but data. In this scenario, the scientist controlling the computer decides what your reality is. You would have no way to know the truth. Your entire world, your friends, your family, the ground beneath your feet, could be fake. This thought experiment is so simple, yet so terrifying that people still discuss it today, decades later. Just like the 5-minute hypothesis, the brain in a vat cannot be logically disproven. No matter how smart you are or how advanced our technology becomes, there is no clear test that can reveal whether we're living inside such an illusion. Think about dreams. When you're dreaming a vivid dream, it feels so real that you rarely question it. Until you wake up, While you're inside that dream, you accept it as your reality. If even a simple dream can fool your brain so easily, imagine what a perfectly engineered simulation could do. How could we ever know? This is not a new idea that suddenly appeared in the age of computers. More than 400 years ago, the French philosopher René Descartes explored the same question through his famous evil demon thought experiment. Descartes asked us to imagine that a powerful, malicious demon is constantly feeding our senses false information, tricking us into believing in a reality that doesn't exist. If every piece of sensory information can be manipulated, then how can we know anything at all? This radical doubt led Descartes to his legendary conclusion. Cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. Even if everything else is an illusion, the fact that I am thinking right now proves that I exist in some form. Russell's 5-minute hypothesis, the brain in a vat, Descartes' evil demon, and yes, the Matrix, all force us to ask the same question. What is knowledge and what is memory? If our senses can be tricked, then the memories and knowledge we gain through them might be nothing more than lies. In the end, when you doubt everything, the only thing left to trust is the existence of your own mind. Everything else, the people you love, the world you walk through every day, even the stars in the sky, might not exist at all. Maybe a god, a demon, or an advanced machine is controlling what we see. Maybe the world ended long ago, and we're now living inside a simulated dream, just like the humans plugged into the Matrix. Look at the clock. It's now been over 5 minutes since this video began. According to the 5-minute hypothesis, everything you thought happened before you clicked on this video might be nothing but false memories created when you pressed play. So how can you prove otherwise? How can you be sure you're not just a brain in a vat, living a story written by someone else? A brain in a vat can never know that its world is fake. And maybe that's the scariest part of all. This was Midnight Journey.